Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Coming to you live from SmartCon in New York City. Joining me for this segment, we have Rodrigo Coelho, who's CEO of Edge and Node. We're here to discuss reshaping the intersection of AI and blockchain and what that means for enterprises looking to stay ahead of the curve. It is great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Great to be here.
Let's talk about AMP. You're launching what's described as the first blockchain native database. How do you see this technology reshaping the intersection of AI and blockchain? I mean, two really critical emerging technologies that we're working.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, AIs depend on verifiable on-chain data, and solutions today make it a challenge for AI systems to ingest and utilize that data. And so with AMP, what we're launching, it speaks SQL, which is a native database language that many are familiar with, and it's what AIs it's native to them to speak as well. And so it gives AI's ability to utilize that data, leverage it, and then expand it into many different applications like analytics, compliance, dashboards, so making that data usable and actionable.
So it'll be usable at scale, right?
Yes, essentially, yes. It'll be ingestible, and then AIs can basically build on that data and add it to their systems, which they're already using for non-on-chain data, so Web 2 data or real-world data. So this is allowing that to enter into that world.
So do you think we're entering a phase where on-chain data itself becomes a new investable layer?
Absolutely. Well, data itself is already an asset class, right? And so, yes, we're definitely entering this world that data itself, we envision platform where data can be bought and sold and traded just like other asset classes. We're envisioning a system of composable data sets. So part of what we're launching here at SmartCon will lead into a future where there'll be contributors where you can build data sets like Lego blocks, put them together, shape new views of things. And then those data sets themselves become assets that can be bought and sold and traded, and then the authors of that data could actually be compensated.
So this is the launch we're talking about is Ampersand, right?
This is AMP,
right,
that we're launching here, and then Ampersand is adjacent to that, and that's
going to be the agentic AI.
Yes.
So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so Ampersand is a control plane. It's like, we call it wallets for agents, dashboards for humans. So Gartner just posted something that by 2030, they're expecting that the agentic economy and agentic commerce will be like a $30 trillion market in 5 years. And so we're envisioning a future where there'll be swarms of agents that are acting on our behalf and on others' behalfs. And so as these agents, they all need wallets to transact because they're going to be acting on our behalf. And we envision this growing exponentially, and we need a way for humans to manage in a dashboard format what they're doing. It's sort of like, the analogy is like giving a teenager a credit card without a limit. So this is like putting controls and spending limits and budgets that on each individual agent wallet, and then seeing what they're doing and managing and transacting.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because the value of data, to your point, data is a commodity, right? I mean, it is today's commodity, and the demand for this type of data is only going to rise. So how do you see the data ecosystem evolving over the years? Because of course, I mean, you have to think about, to your point, what the limits are, whether it's security, whether it's privacy, and so forth. So how do you envision that in terms of growth, and then also with security in the background?
Yeah, so there's several parts to that question. So envisioning the growth, more and more data is coming on chain all the time. There's new blockchains coming stream all the time. So that is only expanding exponentially. And then on the security aspect, you know, on-chain data is open and public. What we're bringing to it is verifiability, and that's something that's part of what we're launching here, is that you need the ability to verify that the data that sits on your copy of the blockchain matches what's on the blockchain, and that it hasn't been tampered with. It's sort of like proof of lineage. So most systems today are really copies of data that's stored on the blockchain, because the blockchain itself is not really stored in like a spreadsheet or table format. So that copy, having the veracity that it's verified and valid and it matches, and no one, because imagine you're taking trading actions based on that data. If it's fake or it's been fraudulent or falsified, you will take financial actions that have major repercussions. And so we use mathematical proofs to show that data matches, and that's something that's very important in this realm of security and ensuring that the data has integrity.
And that's the decentralized infrastructure that you're going to need for mass adoption on the enterprise and institution.
And the decentralization aspect is important because if you have a centralized third party, you have to trust that third party that they haven't tampered with the data, right? When you have a decentralized system, you have multiple people saying that have backup the proof that data in fact is real and matches. You don't have to trust one. You have many others that you can.
This is where AMP and ampersand fit into that ecosystem. Right? Appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. And thanks for joining us from SmartCon. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.